Welcome to the Business Spotlight, the podcast where we shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and business leaders in our community. I'm your host, Craig Wipperman with Music City Action Coach. And today we're excited to introduce to you someone who is pioneering new and innovative technology for future generations. Our guest today is Autumn Ryan, owner of the SoRite company. We'll dive into Autumn's background, explore the challenges she's faced, and the successes she's celebrated. Whether you're a fellow entrepreneur, an aspiring business owner, or someone who simply loves to support local businesses, this conversation is sure to inspire and inform. So without further ado, let's welcome Autumn to the podcast. Autumn, how you doing today?
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm excited to share my story and talk to other entrepreneurs.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for everybody to hear them too. You really do have a kind of a fascinating story. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and of course, it's kind of a long story to tell about SoRite, but hit the high
Yeah,
points for us. We'll dive in later.
yes, I know. And I don't typically look like, whenever I do talk to people, they're like, you don't look like the typical girl that would be, or woman that would be doing all of this, but looks can be deceiving, so don't judge a book by its cover. I'll say that. But no, so my background is janitorial. I always call myself a glorified janitor, but I started a cleaning company a week after I graduated college. I had a 1-year-old and I wanted to be close to home and be able to pick her up from daycare and be, there with her. So started a cleaning company a week after, built that up here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and grew that company. I mean, I cleaned everything from truck stop bathrooms to schools, to residential, to model homes, construction clean, you name it, we cleaned it. Corporate offices and everything. So built it up as a woman-owned business, received some metro government contracts, and did that I was in the cleaning business for 22 years and physically cleaned for 17 years. And so while I was out in the industry, the cleaning industry is very big, but yet very small. If you are making a difference in the cleaning industry, everyone knows you. So I sat back and I saw what the industry was lacking. And I'm like, there's got to be something better and safer and faster than what we are given, with the old technology. So the industry has been the same for 150 years. Same old. We may have some new technology that pops in there every now and then, like a hydrogen peroxide or a chlorine dioxide, something like that. But at the end of the day, it's either toxic or corrosive or a very long kill times. So I just said, okay, look, if somebody isn't going to make it, then I'll do it myself. So I'm one of these type that I never take no for an answer. And the more people that tell me no or shut the door in my face, the more it just makes me even stronger to prove my point and to do what I set out to do. So what did I do? I went out and I created my own product, which you see now is SoRite. It is a revolutionary product that the industry is calling the new generation of clean. I ended up bringing in our own chemist, and I'm giving you pretty much 2% of the story, but it's a sodium chlorite product. That's the active ingredient, one of them. And we ended up getting the dominant patent given to us. That was granted to us in April of last year of 2024. We have filed worldwide in all of the appropriate countries. We are gradually getting all of those coming in here in the past couple months. So we are building our patent program, and we have filed about 6 additional patents. So I ended up, actually my COO used to be my patent attorney, so that helps out. But when I created this product, what I had in mind was a non-toxic, non-corrosive, a non-reactive product, because while I was cleaning and had my cleaning company, my employees would just start mixing products back and forth. And I'm like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, caustic fumes are going. And no matter how much you train them, they usually have their own, family concoction. And so I'm like, they're dropping like flies. And so I really set out to make a non-toxic product that had fast kill times. So with our product, SoRite, we kill bacteria and viruses in 15 seconds, which is technically the fastest disinfectant that's on the market for killing MRSA, E. coli, Listeria, we have over like 25 different bacteria and viruses. And so we set out to change the cleaning world, and we did it. That's really a small, yeah, there's so much more, but that's a little bit of SoRite and gist of it.
Yeah, so there is a lot there, and I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. You graduated college, and take me through the thought process and what did you study in college?
So I first went to, I started off at Ole Miss. I went there on a soccer scholarship, and then I got into broadcast journalism, but then ended up finishing at Middle Tennessee State University with a degree in mass communications, emphasis in advertising.
Okay,
So,
wow. And
yeah.
you were considering a career in advertising, and somehow you decided that you wanted to go in. How did you land in janitorial services?
Yeah, I honestly believe in divine intervention, in a major, major way. Everything, my team is so tired of hearing me say everything happens for a reason and there are no coincidences. You'll always hear me say this, and that's how I run my ship here with SoRite. But so when I knew, mass communication, I ended up actually graduating in 3.5 years. I was taking 29 hours in one semester. I took 22 hours in the summer. I just wanted to get my degree. So broadcast journalism moved over to mass communication. That was the fastest and easiest. So I wanted to get into sales. I knew that. And but the only sales position I could get after graduating was selling yellow page ads. So that tells you my age. But yeah. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this day in and day out. So my mom, I've always loved cleaning. And a fun little fact, when I was like 4 years old, anytime we would go traveling and in hotels and that, when I was little, I would clean the hotel before we would leave. And my dad and mom were like, no, you don't have to do that. And I just love cleaning. And my mom always grew up, we grew up cleaning and a very, very clean house. And so my mom's like, well, you love cleaning. Why don't you start a cleaning company? And after busting my, what, of taking 22 hours and even 29 hours and doing everything I could to get my degree, I was like, no, I'm not cleaning houses. Well, then I started researching into how much house cleaners make. And I'm like, where's my brush? Where's my toilet brush? And from there, I'm a perfectionist. And so I went out and my mom and I took a picture in front of my parents' house. We made up our own flyers and we went out and we hand delivered them in Target parking lots and Walmart parking lots and mailboxes. And we got multiple bites in the first like week. And I grew it. I grew Southern Comfort Cleaning. And within the first month, I had like 5 people full-time working for me. I mean, it just
Oh,
grew really fast. And we ended up getting corporate accounts. And then I ended up Southern Comfort Cleaning ended up cleaning about 90% of the model homes here in Middle Tennessee. So that's how I got started. And then it grew and grew and grew residential. And then we got into schools and construction cleanup. I mean, we were doing very, very well, extremely
Wow.
well. Yeah,
So how many employees total did you have?
36 full-time
30.
employees.
Holy
Yeah,
cow. And then
yeah.
is the business still operating or the
No, no. So while I had the this magic itch is what I called it, to save people's lives and to create what we see with SoRite. Again, I had a calling. I call it my mission in life. But I just, if I stayed with Southern Comfort, I could have built that up to a multi-million dollar, I mean, a huge company. I could have really built that up, but I got bored. And I'm like, I'm supposed to do something much bigger than this, much, much bigger. And that's when I just kept getting this. I mean, I would just, I'm a very big visionary. I think bigger, than I think very, very big. And I see things, it's almost like a movie being played out in my head. And I just
Mhm.
kept visually seeing that I'm supposed to have my own product kind of thing. And I'm supposed to do this or I'm supposed to do that. Like I'm just I can't even explain it, but visually I kept seeing something much bigger. And so I kept watching my employees. I would be that person sitting back and just watching. They probably thought I was a creeper, but whatever. So I just kept watching them, and I'm like, no, that's not right, and no, that's not right. And then I would go home and research. And I'm like, how toxic our cleaners are. And then I'm like, we've all been brainwashed, and we've been brainwashed because again, not many people understand about dwell times, about how a surface must stay wet for that amount of time in order to kill what you're trying to kill. Whether again, that's MRSA, like in a gym, MRSA is really big and rampant, right? So kill times and dwell times really matter. So when you start putting two and two together, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So a surface must remain wet for 4 minutes in order to kill MRSA with this product, or 10 minutes with that product. I'm like, nobody's got time for that. So then I started to start looking into different chemistries, and I started to go down electrolyzed water, hypochlorous acid. Then I started to go down chlorine dioxide. And so one after another, I took the best of the best from different chemistries. And then, I mean, I traveled all over the world looking for chemists. I mean, I went to Germany, I went to Canada, we went all over the United States, we went to Sweden, we went to all different places just trying. And I didn't even know what I was looking for because I'm not a chemist,
Mhm.
obviously. You heard advertising, and a single mom of one at that time. And so I just started putting two and two together. And then when I was going around to looking for chemists, I'm like, I need the product to be, to do this, this, and this, non-toxic, non-corrosive, and extremely fast kill times. And so they're like, oh, you need this, you need that chemistry and this active ingredient. And so stability was another big issue. I wanted at least a 1 to 2 year shelf life. So stability was a big issue. So anyways, we ended up finding our chemist, and this is a cool story. Out of all the business meetings I've ever been in, I've never seen anybody strike up a cigarette. And so when we were telling them that we were wanting to go in and create a product to kill C. diff, um, he's like, what do you want to do with this? And I said, I want to kill C. diff. I want to make a hand care product and a disinfectant to do that. And so he struck up a cigarette and he started pacing back and forth. And he's like, I really like this project. This is a very good project. And so yeah, it took us 6 years of trial and error and R&D of, okay, let's try this and this combo and go test that. Okay, let's try this and this combo and let's try that. And so we would and then we were like, oh yeah, that didn't pass. That didn't, kill times weren't great. Okay, let's try this. And so we just kept going back and forth. And after 6 years, we finally received our EPA registration. in August of 2022. And let me tell you, we had one failed registration, and it wasn't because of the product, but it was because of paperwork. So
Mhm.
$950,000, poof, gone. Like literally, you might as well have walked outside and just went. So, and I self-funded all of this.
Oh
So
gosh.
normal people, and I say normal people, I'm not normal. And I love when people tell me that. So, because I like to say crazy people are the ones that change the world. So, the more people call me crazy, the better. And but normal people would have, you know, put themselves in the fetal position and cried and said, "I'm not doing this again." But here's me. I'm like, well, let's start all over. So it took us 2.5 more years and 1.5 million
Oh
later,
wow.
we ended up getting our EPA registration, like I said, in August of 2022. And we have the fastest kill times. MRSA, E. coli, Listeria, all in 15 seconds, COVID-19 in 15 seconds. And then we have Pseudomonas and Staph, some of those harder ones at 60 seconds. So again, when I created it, kill times and dwell times made a huge difference with me. I'm again, perfectionist, so I have to be the best at everything I do. So when we actually went in at 2 minutes with the first original registration, and I'm like, no, that's not good enough. We're go back and retest and make it better. And that's what we did. So
Wow.
yeah.
It's so EPA approval in 22. That's been what, 2.5, 3 years ago, 3 years ago now. So what's happened since then? What's been happening over the last 3 years?
Um, a lot. We're changing the world and taking names. Let's see. So in August of 2022, that's when, COVID was finishing up and over. And so the last thing anybody wanted to know or listen to was about a disinfectant. And I'm like, great, perfect timing, right? So I'm like, I gotta find something else, find a niche, another niche. And so we then started, this is when fentanyl really was starting to get into the news in 2022. And, I didn't know anything about fentanyl. And so, but we continued to get asked, about fentanyl because our product, sodium chlorite, is an excellent, excellent oxidizer. So, and with our fast kill times as a disinfectant, many people in the public safety world kept saying, well, what does it do to fentanyl? So we went to a DEA laboratory, accredited lab, and we tested it on fentanyl. And originally I went in at 10 minutes and poof, gone. Like it was, we used H1 NMR and they came back and they said, you oxidized it, you neutralized it. And we're like, oh my gosh. So then we went back in and tested it at 60 seconds because again, got to be the best and gone. It was neutralized at 60 seconds. So then we went in for xylazine, heroin, meth, cocaine, same thing. Our product absolutely oxidized in 60 seconds. We then have done LCMS testing using one of the best DEA accredited laboratories. And that's where we're the, I'll say this, we are the only product on the market that is ready to use. We require no PPE. So we are a category 4 in the eyes of the EPA. So ingestion, skin irritation, inhalation, we're all a category 4. We do score a category 3 on the eyes, which is a mild eye irritate, a moderate eye irritation, which is very similar to like opening your eyes in the ocean. So
Mhm.
nothing too major. And but everything else we're the same category as water on inhalation and oral uh, ingestion and such. So
Mhm.
we then January of 2023 we went into the public safety world, and I mean it was just it's been a whirlwind. It's been an absolute whirlwind because everybody at the beginning's like, this is too good to be true. This sounds like snake oil. So
Mhm.
we're like, we get it. We get it. So the first year was literally handing out free product. We're like, here, play with it. Here, test it. Here, 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 here. So the first year was, I mean, just play it, play with it. And everybody kept coming back and was like, oh my God, this stuff, it actually works. It works. It works. And so we then went for NTOA, National Tactical Officers Association. And we brought our product in for testing and we received gold standard approval with NTOA. We scored a 4.7 out of 5. And basically, individuals in the public safety tested our product out, the SoRite Decon, on fentanyl and other opioids, and we passed everything. So we then got in contact with an individual out in Oregon who manufactures pepper spray. So while we were working with him as a distributor for our Decon product against fentanyl, he then he took it on himself and played with the product on pepper spray. And we're like, yeah, I'll never forget it. It was on a Sunday, and I opened up my email, and I'm like, here's a guy getting pepper sprayed and using our product to decon himself. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, I did not tell you to do this. So he then came back and he's like, no, this works incredible on pepper spray. And so then I brought it back to my team and we adjusted the formulation, obviously, to be able to go more on the skin. And so after the adjustment, I got pepper sprayed. I got OCCS, which is tear gas pepper spray. So I'm taking one for the team because I need to know. I've never been
Yeah.
pepper sprayed before. So eyes were open with eyes open with our defense cleanse spray in 3 minutes, and sometimes even less. So complete decon within 3 to 10 minutes is our marketing, but eyes open within 3 minutes. We are the fastest and most effective decontamination solution on the market. So we created our own protocol after, I don't know, probably 6 of us on my team got pepper sprayed. So we did a bunch of trial and error, and we came up with the best protocol, which is warp. You wipe, you apply, rinse and repeat, and then purge. And following that protocol, your eyes, we guarantee you will have complete decon between 3 to 10 minutes. Now, on average, our competition decon is anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes and even longer. In 15 minutes, I'm being very, very nice by saying that.
Wow.
So we always challenge our competitors to try to beat us,
Yeah.
and we haven't seen anybody beat us yet. So, and so I'm
So,
here to say, I'm here asking my competitors, come on, like
yeah.
we're challenging. So,
Yeah.
and
So
then
all that time spent getting a product that kills, bacteria and other diseases, I guess, on contact much quicker, and then now, you're into a whole new market. I mean, I can imagine. I mean, the future is pretty big for what it
well,
is you.
yes, sir. So we now are getting into canines. So deconning canines and the canine handlers. We're assisting with that.
Mhm.
We've also come out with a product called Piss Off. So that's That's our odor elimination and stain eliminator for pets, which everybody is loving the cheekiness behind our marketing on that.
Right.
I mean, we're coming out with wipes. So we will receive our EPA registered wipes in the fourth quarter, and we'll have a kill time of 60 seconds coming out with that disinfectant wipe. However, we are not coming out into the market with that wipe yet, because I am then going back into the EPA, and because I have 15-second kill times. So we'll be going back into the EPA and resubmitting in order to have a 15-second kill time for our disinfectant wipes, which is a major game changer on that side. So we've got a lot of new and exciting opportunities, we'll just say, that are coming to us. And my team is growing significantly. We have, I mean, we just brought on a new creative content individual, graphic designer, I mean, we're growing at leaps and bounds right now. And then but I will say that my biggest message of who SoRite is, and you're going to start seeing this in our marketing, is I'm not some individual in a big ivory tower, right? Like my competitors. I am just like you. I was a single mom of two girls. I am passionate about cleaning. I love cleaning. I'm passionate about our future generations. I'm passionate about the health and safety of Mother Earth, but also people and animals and plants. And so I want, I want to make a difference. And I'm very hands-on. So you're going to see me at trade shows. People are shocked when they see me at trade shows. Like I just went to Super Zoo in Vegas and I'm in an orange jumpsuit for Piss Off. And people are like, what are you doing here? And I'm very hands-on because I like to listen to the consumers and hear what they have to say and what they're wanting. So our big message is we're just like you, I'm a cat owner, and my cat messes. So I'm creating a product for average, for regular people. So
Yeah.
you're going to start really seeing our SoRite coming out there with that message that we are on a mission to change the world, and I won't stop until I do. So
Yeah. So you're in production now, right?
mhm. Yes, sir.
And so in all well, not in the wipes yet. I guess you still got to get EPA approval for those, right?
Yes, we will have EPA registration in October, and then we'll have to get state registrations from there. But
Mhm.
we're already beginning to work with universities, major universities, on the wipes, as well as gym franchises, because
Mhm.
again, goes back to, MRSA. 60 seconds is better than 10 minutes or 2 minutes. So yeah, those will be in production here soon. But all the other products, our SoRite disinfectant, our SoRite defense cleanse, and our SoRite decon and piss off they're the four products that are in production and out there selling.
Right. And so what's the marketing strategy then? Are you and how are you going about? I would imagine, are you getting into I would imagine grocery stores and going to be on the shelves right next to the big brands, and then are you aligning with any major customers that looking to buy at a large volume, or what's your strategy?
Well, we'll just say right now we are on Amazon because we've got to pass the sniff test, is what we always say. Because what do people do when they find out about a new brand? They go on to Amazon to see if it's legit. So, excuse me. However, you will never see SoRite Decon on Amazon because we do not. That needs to be under strict training because we do not want a person thinking that they can just oxidize fentanyl or opioids without the proper training. So our go-to market for public safety, we have distributors. So we've set up some strict distributors, and then we're now going into Canada. So we are selling in Canada and we're selling in the States there. And then Piss Off, you're going to, that's the fun and cheeky brand that, I mean, we got absolutely bombarded at Super Zoo, and we'll just say you will have no problem finding Piss Off at a local pet store near you here very shortly.
Oh, wow, that's great news.
Yes.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
things are off and running then. So um, where are the challenges now?
I would say time. That's our biggest challenge because I'm a major multitasker. And so I would say I run off of 2 hours of sleep a night because my brain won't shut down. But so that's my personal challenge. But I would say there's so many projects that have come to us that I'm going to have to expand my team. That's one thing, but just I would say I want people to understand that this is not 1885 anymore, that this is 2025, people, that there is new technology. We always like to say, you see how the telephone has changed, and cleaning supplies, everything has changed, and over time. That includes chemistry. And so that is why we got a patent on our chemistry, because it has never been seen before. So this is truly different technology that the world has never seen. And so that's what we usually say at a trade show. We say, whoa, whoa, whoa. You do realize it's 2025, right? And people are like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay, now you can enter our booth. Keep that in mind. Yeah. So I think that's our challenge, is just being aware that there is new technology in the cleaning world now.
Yeah, right. And educating, I guess,
Yes.
educating. There's alternatives.
Oh, we are about to launch a huge campaign on the education side. So I will tell you, the pillars that make up SoRite with my company is innovation, education, truth, and trust. So as long as you have an innovative product and you educate the market and you give them all the truth, you gain their trust, which you gain a consumer for life. Those are my pillars of SoRite. So yeah. We are about to just launch a major marketing campaign on education. I'm about to go on TikTok and just start teaching the consumers about what is dwell time, what does it mean to be non-reactive, what is bloodborne pathogens, just start teaching them, because we've never been taught about any of this.
Right, so. Right. Well, shaking up the markets, I guess, is what, and more than just one, right? That's what SoRite looks like doing to me.
Listen, we are coming out bigger and better and cocky. Yeah. And my mom has always said that's what I've been taught, or what I've been called my whole life. So whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're winding down here, Autumn, and it's been great to have you on the show. I got just a couple more questions for you, if I can fire at you. So is there, I don't know, do you have time to read? It doesn't sound like you have time to read, but I'm just curious if there's a book or some role model or some mentor maybe that's influenced your journey or meant something to you that you can maybe share with us and the audience.
Well, I've been doing, I was doing some thinking on this, and I've got many mentors, but I will say I read this book back in 2020, and it honestly changed my life. It changed my mindset, and it helped with my mind, body, and soul. Because if you don't have your mind, body, and soul in line and in check, I mean, you can't run a business. And I mean, you gotta be whole in order to understand why you're here, what your purpose in life is, and why God sent you here. And I now, after reading this book and taking, because I used to be all over the place. You know, as an entrepreneur, every entrepreneur can understand that. I mean, you're just like up, down, and oh my God, it's, you know, we're going to fail. Oh, we're on top of the world. It's just all over the place. You're either cut out for it or you're not. But so you just go through a lot of trial and tribulations. But what, honest to God, changed my life was Master Lama Rasaji's book, which is The Circle of Chi, Meditating with Rasaji. And he actually was from Nashville, Tennessee, and he lives out in Florida now. But it's a very short book because my attention span isn't that long. But it just got straight to the point. And I read it. It took like 2 days to read. But once I started reading it, you know, basically journaling, taking 10 minutes out every single day and walking outside, reading 10 minutes a day, and meditating and just being in complete silence and just taking deep breaths and listening. And there's more to the book, but that's the main gist of it, is getting your mind, body, and soul in line.
Yeah, mind, body, and soul, all
Yeah.
connected. Yeah, and so that's a routine for you then every morning, I guess, or throughout the day, or.
Actually, I meditate an hour and a half a day.
Oh, wow.
Morning and at night. So I very much cleanse the palate, we'll just say,
Yeah,
my mind.
yeah. Well,
So yeah,
you've got a busy mind, so it's makes sense that you would like want to calm it down. So.
yes. And getting out I do a lot of hiking and camping and anything to ground myself, any opportunity. So I'm outdoors. That's what I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. And my next question, if I had a magic wand and could wave it over any portion of your business and make it better or change it in any way, what would it be?
I think basically hitting on, it's 2025. There's new technology out there. So if you could take that wand and then just tell people, boop, please understand that, you know, the old 1885 technology is a thing of the past. It's getting easier because people understand how toxic that is, the old technology. So it is getting a lot easier year after year. I mean, hell, 10 years ago, they would just say, oh, well, you know, we'll just go the easy route. And so the easy route is the toxic route. And so it is getting easier, but that's my magic wand, is making everybody aware there's new technology and safer technology out there.
Perfect. And then to finish up, tell me what it is you're most proud of.
My 2 daughters, they are, look, I'm gonna my 25-year-old is my director of business development. So I raised both of them on my own. So a single mom of 2 daughters. I have a 25 and a 20-year-old, but my 25-year-old is killing it with graphic design, and she's wanting to be a creative content maker and that. And both of them have been, they have been paying their own, I really teach them responsibility. And so they have been paying their own way through college, and they're very responsible with their own bills. And yeah, they're surviving and thriving. So that's my, yeah.
Awesome.
Most
Great.
proud moment.
That's awesome. Of course. Well, that's great. I'll tell you what, Autumn, it's been great having you on as a guest and sharing with us the whole history and story of SoRite and the long and winding road the long journey to get approval, and then heck, starting all over. That's you're right.
Yes.
You're either cut out for that kind of work or you're not, and it looks like you are. So, congratulations
Yes.
on your journey so far, and we really
Thank
do
you.
appreciate you being a guest, and we'll look forward to having you on it as a guest in the future. How's that?
Root for the underdogs. We're the American dream over here.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.